Thank you for listening to the Nubia Comedic Spectrum Inc. channel. This is a video off YouTube entitled and was published February 5th, 2019. The subtitle is John Jay College, and the title is Puerto Rico and the Legacy of Jim Crow. These are some of the credentials that supports this video.
My name is Jessica Gordon-Emhart. I'm chair of the Department of Africana Studies and actually director of the McNair Achievement Program. And in a minute, I'm going to introduce my colleague who's your speaker for tonight. But I wanted to first let you know that this is sort of our inaugural Latinx series between the two departments.
Okay, I did not see this video. It's the title that attracted me to watch this video, but I can tell you now that this is an attempt to kind of, how can I say, belittle our African ancestry, and they kind of make it into their own. And they keep using this black and brown kumbaya-ism tactic and being very deceptive when it comes to real, authentic history, science and studies and proof and data. Okay. They're not going to, these South and Central Americans and West Indian, Puerto Ricans and Dominican Republics and Cubans and all of this, they ain't gonna tell the real eugenics of the history. They gonna make it seem like they just blend and we all just a blend and we one, we can be one or we are one. And the comedic community do teach and stress our ancestry. And one of the things they stress is it's only one race, the human race. It's only one race for sure, but it's a lot of history and eugenics that need to be addressed too. Our birthrights is being taken from us. The people throughout this country in ancient Americas were melanated people. The study of the Beringer Strait, they find more evidence that people traveled, and more evidence is getting stronger that they traveled to the South Americas and upward too. And very little evidence of the Bering Strait. Now, in certain areas in the northern part of the region of the northern hemispheres of America, yeah, certain, but not all through it. And it's just a lot of history artifacts that they don't never show. But these are modern people that is taking over. Just the same eugenics that's been going on for thousands of years in Africa, in Arabia, in Australia, in South America, and in Central America. Before the Spanish, the Atlantic slave trade, Africans and Asians and Europeans were here before Christopher Columbus. It is a known fact, but they not bringing that information out. They try to make it seem like that it's pseudo, and so you have to understand these paleontologists and anthropologists is real dogmatic. They're not going to go against certain oaths and certain things too. They'll withhold the truth. And they teaching a lot of people our history and making it their own. Yeah, they people took over hundreds of years, just like in the other periods of history. Pale skinned people took over. But they always pushing aside the African influence of these regions and what they contribute and trying to make it into their own, and then we get nothing. We have birthrights throughout the American people. Our ancestors, even if I don't have only have ancestors that's European African, if they're my only ancestors, fine. But the natives here will still be my allies and my people. The Pan-Africans will still be my allies and my people. The African community will still be my allies and community. The ADOS community will still is my family, and that's my lineage, and I'm proud of it. And but as proud and as much as I love ADOS, I'm African first. I'm native first. I'm a melanated man. I'm a lineage. My lineage, and um, I'm Kushite. Okay, I'm with the Kemetic community by natural occurrence. It's not like I'm some scholar. I read books from front to back and all of that. I'm awakened just like a lot of black people because it's time. And a lot of things is making sense, and I can identify with a lot of things. This is a natural occurrence. Why I chose the Nubia and the Nubian Comedic Spectrum Inc. organization for the black community. Because I believe in our ancestry. I believe in our ancestry first, our ancient ancestry first from the land, motherland, throughout the ancient world. I believe that our people were superior in knowledge and it was taken from us. And it will be followed up on this channel. This is that type of channel. I say.
In a minute, I'm going to introduce my colleague who's your speaker for tonight. But I wanted to first let you know that this is sort of our inaugural Latinx series between the two departments, Africana Studies and Latin American and Latino Studies. And one of the reasons we wanted to create this series is because we wanted, one, to celebrate that heritage, right, Afro-Latinx heritage, but we also wanted to make sure that the campus, and especially you students, understood that Latin American, Latino studies and Africana studies really cover many of the same issues. We don't see ourselves as separate competing departments.
Yeah.
We're both concerned
Black
with the
and
same
brown,
kinds
right?
of issues about colonialism and racism and struggle. Africana, we actually were the African American Studies department here until about 6 or 7 years ago. We changed our name to Africana Studies in part to include Africa and more of the diaspora, not just African American.
These are anthropologists.
Because this is a campus with such a large Latino population, we wanted to signal that we also consider Latinos to be part of the African diaspora. And like the Young Lords and other groups,
I don't know about that, man.
The mixture and the African heritage that also is part of the Latino heritage. And so that's part of the spirit that we come here with. We wanted to make sure that we were doing joint programming.
Should word it correctly,
to make sure
ma'am.
that the campus was really covered in this area. And this is one of our first programs. We're hoping to have at least one program every semester. We'll see how we do, but we've got plans for the next semester coming up. And we're really
y'all
excited
got plenty
that
of plans, I'm sure.
So let me introduce
I
Professor
told y'all
Jose
about the information of this video. Go check it out for yourself. Thank you.
Latino Studies. He's a JD from New York University.
Let me at least.
So let me introduce Professor Jose Luis Morin, Chair of Latin American Latino Studies. He's a JD from New York University, a BA from Columbia University. He's also the director of the Rosanna Rosado Fellows Program here at John Jay.
These people use African culture.
John Jay College Ronald H.
They
Brown
misuse it and use
and
it.
the UHLC Pre-Law Pipeline Program. He is a former interim dean here in undergraduate studies at John Jay, a former provost at Gutman Community College, a founding provost there, and his specialties are domestic and international criminal justice, international human
Please
rights,
just study
rights,
world history and the eugenics
studies, Latin American studies,
of cultures.
He's published many books.
That's my advice to my listeners, people who are watching, and my subscribers, and the ADOS community.
Latino, Latina
I
rights
say.
and justice in the United States.